Howdy folks, welcome to Season 3, and as you can see up there, it's Alpha, and I'm going to get going here. We're going to start on Akua. You can start on Omicron if you want to screw with oxygen at the beginning, but I find it not as fun that way. So we're going to start on Akua, so let's get going. And so the first thing that they changed here is that you're crashing in an escape pod, and now you can actually steer the escape pod. It doesn't fall, it doesn't crash super fast. So you have some time to steer the escape pod, which is pretty cool. And so there you go. You can decide which direction you want to go, and I'm going to use this opportunity to take a look around. Ooh, there's a piece of the ship too. So I think I'm going to head toward that. And we can get started fairly quickly. Ooh, and there's a promethium deposit and all kinds of stuff here. Okay, so a nice little forest, and I haven't been through too much of the forest yet, so I'm curious to see what that has. And let's see here what else we have. Yeah, that's really slow. Okay, now you want to hit T to get out, and there's a minigun drone already. So I need to get all my stuff, and I'm going to get a gun here, and a drill, and there's a chainsaw here that you can use, and survival constructor we're going to use eventually. And let's see what else we've got. Emergency rations. Want to put this stuff on my hotbar in case I need it. And let's see what else, in case it gets dark by the time we do something. Okay, so you want to make sure you don't leave anything in your escape pod because it disappears, it despawns after a while. So let's head over to the crashed Titan, and I think I will take out this minigun drone first, just so that we're not... Hey, there's another promethium deposit. Now, for those of you who are new to my series, I do hints and tips and tricks and all that stuff, and so if you want to learn how to get started, this is a good way to do it. I also do a lot of building and stuff later on, and I do goof around here and there, but I don't like curse and say all kinds of nasty things. So if you want to watch this with your kids, it's pretty much kid safe. I've got a 6- and 7-year-old that play the game as well, so, and they like to watch my videos, so I try to keep them appropriate. And this is nice with the trees. I like this because now you have stuff to hide behind. And this pistol has a range of about 100 meters on this planet, so you don't want to try to shoot until you get close enough with it. And let's see if I hit him. Yep. Now he's shooting at me. Okay. Now with the drones, I think they have a head shot where you do more damage, and it's that red spot on the front if they're facing you. And so you want to, the other thing with these drones is they can't shoot straight down. So you want to try to stay underneath them. If you stay right underneath them, they can't shoot you. So you can hide behind stuff, and because they're kind of clumsy. And ooh, there's a Triceratopses are back. Okay, I think they took those out for a while. And let's see here. What is this? Alien plasma. Cool. Okay. And so what the first thing you want to do, and this has like a help feature also, if you hit F1, you can have, it'll show you all this stuff, and it'll tell you how to get started as well, and it'll even do things, it'll show those things up, like what you should do next and that kind of thing. I'm not going to use that, so I'll just show you the way I play, and we're going to head over to the... Oh, there's another drone again? Really? Oh, it's that one. Okay. Sorry. We're going to head over to this, and the first thing you want to do is you want to get a base set up, and especially if you're on Omicron. If you're on Omicron, you definitely want a base so that you can get some oxygen going and that kind of thing. And let's see if we can get in here. Now I'm going to use my jetpack. The other nice thing with these crash ship parts is they have components in them. They have goodies in them. So you get a nice little head start with these. Ooh, there's tools. Nice. Okay. And let's see, you can go up these elevators to the top. And let's see what's up here in the front. There's the little cockpit area. Now this is, in the last series I found one of these, and this was where I had set up my base, which was kind of cool. And I need to see if there's a spot I can sit my survival constructor, because I don't want to sit it way out in the open. But I don't see anywhere that, usually this thing is kind of buried into the ground. So let's see if there is a spot. Nope, there's a block there. Okay. And let's see what's in here too. There's more goodies. Cool. So there's lots of stuff here that we'll be able to pile up all our stuff. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to go, I guess I'll sit my survival constructor here and hope it doesn't get shot. Now this is your basic, this is your starting, this is what you use to kind of bootstrap yourself up to everything else. So you're going to sit this down, and then you're going to put all your stuff into it, all of your components. These are all building components that you craft with. They don't actually have any use by themselves. And you'll get to know all these parts. So there's all of these, and a metal plate. And then you want to put your ores in there too. And let's see, I can put the oxygen and water in there too because I don't need them. And those sounds are really well done. They keep making me think that there's an actual bird taking off just behind my left ear. That's really freaky how good that works. How well those are done. So anyway, these are also components that you use to make health kits and stuff. So we're going to put all this in here, and the first thing you can do is you can craft, let's see, do we not have any base pieces? There we go. Okay, so I need to make a fuel tank, and I need to make a generator, so I need 2 capacitor devices and 2 computers. Let's see, 2 capacitor, and I can turn this on as well, and there's something coming. There's something coming. That way. That way. There's something on my radar that's coming. It's red. Where is it? There's a red mark on my radar that's moving around. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I'll bet it's a mini drone that's hovering over that. Yep, there's a mini drone that's hovering over that thing. Okay, so I need to take him out because he's going to keep protecting that thing. Let's see here. I need to hide behind this tree. See if I can get underneath him before he shoots me. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. So the fuel tank is back there. It's crafting. Here's more goodies. Now, that's a nice thing about the drones. A lot of them drop stuff that you can use. So that's very helpful. And the other thing we can do here is, as long as we're out here, we'll grab some of the promethium here. This is the drill, and you use that obviously. Now, what it does is it leaves these little pieces, these little ore chunks, and you hit the T key to pick them up. I have a mouse macro that spams the T key, so I don't have to hit the T key, so you won't see them falling on my game. And when you get up to the tier 2 drill, it also does that automatically for you. So if you don't have a key spammer and you don't feel like putting one on or using one or whatever, you don't have to. You can work your way up to the tier 2 drill. And speaking of tier 2, this game has a tech tree. It is currently a placeholder, and I'm not going to be using it in this series. At the end of this episode, I'm going to upgrade to level 20 and not use it because I really don't like the way it's implemented right now. I do like tech trees. I do like tech trees in general. I'm a big fan of the 4X genre of games, And so those are really cool in my opinion, but the way this one is set up right now is just an artificial gating system, and it's a placeholder, and I don't want to use a placeholder. I want to wait for the actual tech thing before I use it. So I'm going to be disabling that. There's a couple of other things I'm going to be doing non-standard in this game, and that is I'm also not going to be using the blueprint machine here, the blueprint factory, because what this does is this lets you can say you can design something in creative or save something that you built before, and then all you do is you put in just the components, the ingots, and it will build it for you, and you can just spawn it in. And it's not really that fun and to play it that way or watch it that way, in my opinion. I don't think you guys want to watch me just magically spawn stuff in. So I do not intend to use the blueprints unless or until they fix it, because I think eventually what I'd like to see them do is make it so that you have to protect it, so that you start building this blueprint and it's building it out here in the world, and stuff wants to take care of it. Like a drone comes by and wants to shoot it up, you have to protect it. So that's the idea of that, and you know, that's the idea that I would like to see. So if they do that, then I'll start using the blueprints in game. Otherwise, I'm not going to. These are pixie stalks. You want these if you're at the beginning of the game. They're very helpful because they give you health points back. As you can see over on the right, they give you 60 health points, and they also help against poison bites. And the aloe you can take as well. Now this stuff is all perishable. All the perishables take up a slot in your inventory. You can't stack them. So when they expire, and this will show you how much perish time. I believe that's 39 minutes. But anyway, when they expire, then they turn to spoiled food, and you can use the spoiled food to make other stuff like nutrient solutions and everything, and you can stack the spoiled food. So basically you want to pick these up and keep them somewhere until they spoil if you're not going to use them. But anyway, let's see what we have here. We need a small generator. We have a fuel tank. We need a small generator. So I need 2 capacitor devices and one computer? Yeah. 1 computer and 1 capacitor device. So computer, and these things have subcomponents, and it can get really irritating if you're trying to do these with the basic constructors like this. It can get really irritating, and so you definitely want to, as fast as you can, as quickly as you can. And now it took all those other pieces. I need metal components and electronics. Okay. And these output 2 of them now. Okay. So what you want to do is count those up to get there. Anyway, they have an advanced constructor that you can work your way up to. And once you have the advanced constructor, it does all of that. It figures out, you can just tell it, I want to build this. It will build all of the components that it's made out of for you. So that definitely helps. And the other thing I want to build is a large constructor, so I need 5 electronics, 4 cables. So I'm going to queue all this stuff up, and 4 and 5 electronics, and 2 motors and 4 pipes. I'm going to get this stuff queued up and build this, and I will be right back. Okay guys, we're back, and we have a minute before the constructor finishes. And so I wanted to show you the chainsaw, which is new, and you can use that to chop down trees, and you pick up the logs, and you can use the logs to make planks. And I probably don't want to take all of these out because I want stuff to hide behind if I'm getting drone attacks, which happen later, and I don't want to be out in the open again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a base out of this thing. So a base requires a core and a generator and a fuel tank in order to work. The core is the main component that you need though. So you place the core in here. Whoops. You place the core in here, and it becomes your base. So I'm going to put that somewhere that they can't be shooting at it, hopefully. So I'll try placing it here. And now it should be my base. Let's see. So I'm going to also place a fuel tank. Let me put these up here. Let's see. Put the fuel tank here and a generator. Now the block rotation, you do insert and delete, changes the axis, and then home and end changes the spin on that axis, so you can spin it around on that axis. So now that I've got a fuel tank and a generator, I can put fuel in this thing, and my base powers up. Wow, that was quick. Really? Okay. So let's see how much. We're not using any energy. Okay, good. So you hit P and it will show you your thing. Oh, cool. There's a home switch. So you can tell it this is my home base. Nice. Okay, and this shows you all of the stuff that's in here. So you have a core, you have a small tank, fuel tank, and a generator. I also want to put in a constructor that I can use. So I'm going to do that. And why won't it place exactly? Oh, because it's huge. Okay, so now instead of the survival constructor, I can use this thing. It's actually considerably faster than the survival constructor, although it doesn't use the survival constructor does not use fuel. So you definitely, if you're doing stuff where you're getting low on fuel, you'll want to keep that around. So you don't want to destroy it. But note that you can't move it either. So once you've placed it there, you're stuck with it there forever until it either gets destroyed or whatever. So we're going to put all this stuff in here. And now we've got the startup of a base. So now we can, at least we can use our constructor, and we can start. I need to arrange all that stuff too. So anyway, we've got a base, we've got somewhere to sit at night, we've got lights, here we go. Okay, so this is using 70 kilowatts. Okay, good. So that uses 70 units of energy per hour. So that'll show you how much time, you have 2 hours of time left on that. And I also already got a bunch of promethium, so I can make pellets, and I can use that to make fuel packs. So I'm going to get those going. And I will get my fuel going, and I'm going to get stuff cleaned up here. And I think that's going to be the end of episode 1 for right now. And we will do some more stuff in episode 2. We're going to go exploring and see what else is out here, and maybe shoot up more drones and stuff. So join me in episode 2, and we'll see you then. Later.